What's up, everybody? It's your boy 90s Star Wars Kid, and we're farming some JTL. We've got the second box in our second order. This is box 6 overall, and this one has seen better days. I don't know if it was the shipping process or if this box was just sitting at the bottom of somebody's inventory or what, but we're going to hope none of the cards are damaged in these packs. Like right off the bat, it got jostled up so much that one of the packs slid over onto the other side. So again, we're going to hope that none of the cards in this box are damaged at all. That would be unfortunate. But as always, what are we chasing? We are chasing the most valuable legendaries, which in this set include Darth Vader, Planetary Bombardment, Han Solo. Trying to remember some of the other legendaries that are worth something. We also have, we'll go ahead and jump into the packs. We also have some good rares in this set. Rares like Sabine's Masterpiece, Victor Leader, Luke Skywalker, No Glory, Only Results. Pack 1 Flip, regular Darth Vader. And in terms of showcases, any showcase is obviously going to be welcome, but we would love to see a Darth Vader. So here we have an uncommon. We have a hyperspace uncommon into a Luke Skywalker. Not a bad pull for a rare. It's sitting in the $4 to $5 range for rare cards in Star Wars Unlimited. In general, that's about the most that you can hope for. So no showcase on this one. There are some rares that are more, and maybe we'll see them here, but not very many. Uncommon into a rare Ahsoka Tano, maybe going for $1.25, something like that. 1, 2, 3 Flip, Hyperspace Thrawn, regular base. We have a common hyperspace. Let's get through the rest of the commons. Uncommon into a rare Relentless Fire Spray. That's a 6 cost, 4/6 on attack, ready. This unit, use this ability only once each round. So you can essentially hit for 8. No showcase here. You can hit for 8 with the Relentless Fire Spray as long as your opponent doesn't kill it before the second attack and you don't have to claim initiative or anything like that. Here we have the Invincible. This is a legendary. So continuing with the trend of our previous box, we are getting the worthless legendaries. Unfortunately, most legendaries in this set are worthless. 1, 2, 3 Flip. And I would love to see FFG do something to address that. It's one thing if 2 or 3 legendaries essentially become worthless over time. Here we have uncommon into a rare hotshot maneuver and a legendary foil invincible, which is equally worthless. It'd be one thing if in a set 2 or 3 of the legendaries essentially drop to 0, but that should be the exception and not the rule. 1, 2, 3 Flip, no showcase. In Star Wars Unlimited, that's the rule and not the exception. It's exceptional when a legendary is actually worth something, like Planetary Bombardment or Darth Vader. 1 uncommon into a rare Lightspeed Assault, which is not worth anything. So I'd love to see sets where, all but 2 or 3 carry a price tag of at a minimum $5. I'd like to see nothing less than $5 for a legendary, and I'd like to see probably the average around 10. Corvus rare, not worth anything, and then a common foil. We're into the second quarter of the box, bottom half of the first half. Going through the commons here. Uncommon. We have an uncommon hyperspace, followed by a rare super heavy ion cannon, which I believe is going for like 20 cents. 1, 2, 3 Flip. I have a hyperspace Luke, but not a showcase. And then we are into the uncommons. Uncommon. We have a hyperspace data vault, which might actually be good for $3 to $4. We have a rare Radis, which is not worth anything. Not the least of which is because there's a prestige version of it as well. Flip, regular Vader, regular base. Get through the commons. uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. We have a legendary Annihilator. So it would be great if this card was worth something. It is a playable ship. It's a usable unit, but I think the play for Annihilator is pretty specialized. There's going to be a kind of a smaller set of decks that can make use of this. And even when you do play Annihilator, you've got one or maybe two. So for that reason and the availability of it and the fact that there's a prestige version, that card right there, I think is worth about $1. So far we have nothing of significant value in our legendaries. 1, 2, 3, flip. No showcase in that pack. Get through the commons. Uncommon, 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 legendary profundity. So our series of worthless legendary ships continues. A rare Victor Leader is more valuable than any of those. Our rare Luke Skywalker is more valuable than any of those. It is a sad state of affairs. 1, 2, 3, flip. We have a Thrawn no showcase. Get through the commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon into a rare Tam Rivora, which is worth nothing. We now enter the second half of box number 6. No showcase, and we are very short on value. We would need a mother load of big hitters in this second half, and that right there with the L337 is not what I'm talking about. We need planetary bombardment. We need Darth Vader. We need a Victor Leader, a Sabine's Masterpiece. We need some big hits in here. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Legendary Death Star plans. This is another near worthless legendary, maybe going for about $1. And that's already 5 legendaries, although one of them is foil, so we might get one more legendary. But these last few boxes, they've really been hurting. Really been hurting. It's almost like buying boxes and opening them up is not a good way to make money. Maybe. Rare Phantom 2, worthless. We're just cracking right along here. This is some of the worst farming we could possibly do. Get through the commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon into a rare base to rub it in our face. And then an uncommon foil. There is only one variation of rare bases that you ever want to see, and that is a Hyperfoil Data Vault. A Hyperfoil Data Vault is absolutely worth it. It's about $30, but anything other than that is a waste of time. We have a rare Tactical Heavy Bomber, which is worth nothing. No showcase here. I think I'm going to have to look up who sold. These are 2 different orders so far. 4 boxes from one, 3 from another. I'm going to have to look up who it was and not order from there again. Because we are well below average on what the pull rate should be. So I really wonder if some kind of shenanigans took place where intentionally or unintentionally they opened up the good boxes and then they sold the bad boxes. Uncommon, 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 legendary Executor, and a legendary foil Annihilator. See, in a better set, in a set where value was managed better, these cards right here, like this should feel like a great hit, don't you think? An Annihilator, a foil Annihilator, an Executor. Big ships hitting for big points. Like these should be somewhat tough to get. They should be exciting to pull. They should be valuable. Like this set of legendaries should be worth something. And unfortunately, with the print run, with the number printed, it just isn't. 1, 2, 3, flip, regular Vader. So that is probably all the legendaries in this box. We have a rare Commandeer. We have a common foil. So much like the last box, we're going to be lucky if we have $10 that we're pulling out of this box. The only thing that can make up for that is not just a showcase at this point, but one of the good showcases. We would need a showcase. Here's a rare in the heat of battle worth nothing. We would need a showcase that's worth probably at least $40 to break even. More than that if we want to make a profit. Not that I'm selling showcases. I'll probably keep the showcases, but here's no showcase, just a hyperspace Lando. Uncommon. A hyperspace rare Tam Revora, a rare Nian Nunb, and a common foil. Neither of those rares are worth anything, and we're down to the second to last pack. 1, 2, 3, flip. A Thrawn, not a showcase. Get through the commons. Uncommon. Rare, there is no escape. Common foil. Last pack. Last chance to recoup any value. 1, 2, 3, flip. No showcase there. Getting through the commons. Uncommon hyperspace, rare targeting computer, and a uncommon hyperfoil. So that's it. That's the box. I'll show you what we got here. It's somehow it's even worse than the last one, which I didn't think was possible. But on the legendary front, we've got Executor, Annihilator, Foil Annihilator, Profundity, Death Star Plans, Invincible, Foil, Invincible. I think all of those legendaries together might go for $3. Then in the rares, we have Targeting Computer, There Is No Escape, Hyperspace Tam Revora, Nian Nunb, In the Heat of Battle, Commandeer, Snap Wexley, Tactical Heavy Bomber, Nabat Village, Phantom 2, L337, Tam Revora, Raidus, Hyperspace Data Vaults, the only thing in here worth anything, maybe $3 to $4. Super Heavy Ion Cannon, Corvus, Lightspeed Assault, that's regular Lightspeed Assault, Hotshot Maneuver, Relentless Fire Spray, Ahsoka Tano for maybe $1.25, Spotlight Houndstooth, and a Luke Skywalker. I guess actually Luke is probably the most valuable hit of that group in the $4 to $5 range. So in terms of this second order, there's only one more box from this order. We're going to do that next, and then after that, I'm waiting for the final shipment of 6 boxes. So I'll see you for box 7 after this. I'm 90 Star Wars Kid. See ya.